Hello guys, yeah, welcome. I'm going to show you how you can create a database login. Let me show you an example of a login, something like this. Where is it? Database login. Teach how you can make something. Teach how you can make something. I'm going to teach you how you can make this database login. As you can see it, yeah, something like that. So this is what I'm going to teach you briefly. Let me take you through all the steps needed. Let me open a new database, blank database, call it exit. Yeah, so how we start, we're going to first create a table. Let's go to design view. Yeah, design view. We're calling this table database, calling it admins. So the primary key is the first. Let's okay, so first name, last name, and then first name, last name, and then username. We shall have password. So that's our table. So we're just going to fill in this table. Let's open our table. This is our primary key. So first name, Johnson, Gloria, username, Glosh, our password can be Glosh means our second person is, let's keep it caps, just Jackson, Daniel, let's call him Bata. Johnson, Jax 1 2 3. Let's just include the third one, Sandra, Tracy, username, Santray, password, Sandy 1 2 3. Sandry 1 2 3. Sandry 1 2 3. So that's done. So we're going to create our table is saved. So we're going to create a form. Remember, our password is going to be in a form format, so we're going to create a form. So we use forms while creating, so we create using form wizard. So in this we're going to input first name. So I think that's enough. Yeah, we input first name. This was input first name. Next, yeah, that's it. Let's modify design. If you don't know how to use form wizard, so I've selected our table, which is data admins. Then I've added first name inside this selected fields. Then I've next. Here I've left the settings. I've not changed anything. Then from here I've selected modify. So how do I want our form to be named? what's the title. Let me call it data. Okay, let me just call it login. Yep, so it's called login. So yeah, that's it. It's having one field. So we make it a bit bigger. I can even make it a bit smaller. So that's it. It's having a name login. We can change according to the name of our company. Let's call it Techie Sons. So that's it. We can format that heading. We can carry it this side. Techie Sons. We can increase the fonts. We can bold that. We can give it a new color, a black bold. So up here, you see, I can change the color. Which color? You see this color. And up here, since it's our login, we can insert an image. We insert it from design. Let's browse. So you can select any image. Yeah, we can use this, not bad. Yep, and put it here. Login. So we can be viewing this from here, from the form view. Jump the form view. So I think we're going to resize it a little to make it appear like a login. Design view. Let's resize it. Let's make it. Let's resize this. Let me resize the first name. Resize this. Bring this nearer to it. Let me give it this size. If you want to give it the same width, select size. I just want the width. So, Control Z. Sum to the sum. Narrowest to the widest. That's widest. Or to tallest. Yeah, to tallest. Let me select this. To select this. Same. So that's it for our first name. I think we are done with the first name. So we're going to be adding another technique which is known as the combo box. So let me add a combo box here. So this is a combo box. So this combo box, I want to type in values now. Find records based on the values I've selected in the combo box. I want the combo box to get values from other tables or queries. Based on the values selected from my combo box, I'm going to select values of first name. They're the ones which will appear in our combo box. Next. So those are the values. Once I confirm them, I can say next. What label do you want to give the combo box? Let me just leave that. So that's it. So that's our combo box. So we can still resize our combo box. Let me pull our combo box so that we can resize it. We can delete this. So let's attach our combo box. here. So we've attached our combo box, the first name field. So later I'm going to be adding more fields, but these fields are going to be appearing in the background. So let me first select this and space it around here. So I'm going to be adding two fields, and I'm adding them from existing fields. I'm adding username and I'm adding password, but these two I'm going to set them as invisible, you get? So that is property sheet. Come to other or visibility. No, they are invisible. So what I mean by invisible, that when I check here from form view, I'll not be able to see them, you get that? But they're there. So our combo box works like this. We can select any user, you get? So let's go back to our design view. So this form should be in a property known as pop-up. Pop-up, and you can select it from here. Pop-up, yes. So it's a pop-up. So the meaning of pop-up is that when I come to form view, it will just be floating, you get? So this is a pop-up. So let's continue with our design. So I'm going to add more two fields. So these fields are already in background, but I'm going to add more of them. So I'm going to put text box. I'm going to add two text box, and that will be, let me first resize them well. Let me resize them. So I'm naming this username. Can that work? Yeah, username. So Ctrl C, copy, Ctrl V, paste. So I'm renaming this password. So let me just resize them to the size I prefer. So that's how long my password will be. This is how long. So I think that works. That works. Let me bring them to where I prefer them to be. Let me set them a bit in the middle of our project. So in case you have more interesting icons you want to add, like this, let me add another icon just in case. Browse. Let me see which icon can work for us there. Yeah, this icon can work for user. Just drop it here. Yeah, so that icon can represent a, so I don't know, in case we have something like for password, but you can get a lock. A lock can work here very well for you. In case you have a lock, it can be your ultimate pick for that. So let's view our design right now. Form view. So this is what we have. We're having this field for the username and this field for the password. So shortly, let me add another simple design to make our work look more professional. I'm going to add a rectangle, sorry. So this rectangle can make our work look so nice. So this rectangle, so I'm in others. There's something called special effect, so I'm going to put it to be sunken. That's the special effect I'm giving it, sunken. So when you see sunken, it will be like it's highlighted. So that is sunken, making that field look more professional. We can give it a color to make it more beautiful before we jump into the codes, because right now we are going in for the codes. How is that color? Not so nice. Let me get a better color. Which one? Okay, sky blue Man City. So that's it for now. We already have our, so by right now we are having our format of how your login can appear. It's just a format where you will do more design, but right now I want to take you into the codes. So when you're going to coding, okay, I think I can extend it a little. So since these two are in the background, I can just place them anywhere. They will be of none effect to us. Let me resize them a bit small. Just put them aside. So that's it. So I'm going to be bringing two buttons. I'm bringing two buttons, and that's the login button, because when we are coding, it is the login button which will have the codes we shall be using in our password. So I'm going to add button 1. So this is button 1. Let me first make sure I place it where I want it to be. Yeah, so this is our button 1. So yep, button 1, it's the best size, so I can say Ctrl C, Ctrl P. So I've copied and pasted it. I want another one to be here. So that's it. So these are our two buttons. So to modify them, to modify this button, I'm going to select design format. Yeah, format. There's something called quick shape. Quick shape. You can give it a smooth edge. We can give it a color. For login, I think green can do best. If it's so, we can call it login. But I need some shouting color, some shouting green. So let me see where I can get this shouting green. That green for login. Then I can have this one, cancel. So cancel can be red. Cancel can be red. So shape outline format, quick shape. Yeah, it's already there. It's a red color. Okay, so that's it. So we're going to be designing our button using macros. We're going to be designing our buttons using macros. So let me quickly get the codes. I saved them somewhere. Let me quickly get the codes. I saved them somewhere. Let me write login codes. So these are the codes. I'll be explaining them to you. But right now, I'm going to copy. Let me copy them the way they are. Copying them the way they are. After that, Control C. So I'm copying them. So you come here on login. You right click, then you select build event. After build event, you go to code builder. When you're in code builder, you say okay. So from inside here, we know that our button was what was command 14. So we can enter a little. So let's paste Control V. Yeah, Control V. So you might want me to explain this code right now. Let me check if I've left something. Yeah, I think our code is complete. Let's copy this end if and paste it here. Paste. So we have pasted something in our code. So let's save. I've pasted it. I'm going to explain this code line by line. So let's go back to our form view. Let's select a user, Jackson. So let me write something random and we see what will happen. Login. Wow, it's saying, oh, we had left something small, so it is telling us that compile error, method or data member not found. So we are having something known as tx.username. So we're going to be editing this to make them match the first fields. Let's go back to our, okay, so we're canceling this. So let's go back to our form design view. So we're going to select this field. So at in this field is where we enter the username. So in this field we are entering the password. So we're going to rename these fields according to our code, because in our code, let me go up. In our code, they are checking for fields. These fields are in bracket here, as you can see, me.txt slash username. So you see that me.txt.username slash value. So these are the values our code is selecting for. So these values will be entered, username here and password here. So we need to rename these fields. So how do we rename them? As you see here, we come to name. You get? So this name, we change it to small letter, txt slash user name. So I think, let me save that. And then this field, which is text10, txt slash password. Yeah, that's so important. So let's go back and see form view. Let me enter something random, see if right now they are reading our txt. Yeah, so it's being read, but it's telling us that username wrong. So let's select one username. So we are on yeah. Our username is Glosh. You might be wondering why I'm writing it in small letters, but I want to show you something. Glosh. Her password is Mings. So when we press, it's sending us login successful. So which means these are the right things. So I want to tell you that Microsoft Access is not case sensitive. So even if the password is in capital letters and use small letters or username, it will still be accepted. So that is about MS Access. Yeah, MS Access is not case sensitive. So with this, you already have a complete login. So here the login is functional, because if you type in wrong password, it will still tell you that your password is wrong, which means the username has been rectified to be correct. So here it checks for null fields. So this is how we comment using this single quote app. It's for comment, and if you see in our code, this will be in green. So we're asking that if is null, if this is empty, if our username me.txt username, this is the entered, this is where we enter our value. If it is empty, then this text box will give us a message box which is username blank, and we shall receive that empty. You get that, username blank, and down here it will give us the same thing. It will tell us that please enter password or password blank. You get that? So this is VB critical. It will be in red. It will show us that we're having an error. So or else, if username is if me.txt username is great or less than me dot this value, which means if it is not equal, then it is what? It is a wrong what? It is a wrong username. And the same to password. If the password is not is great or less than the value we've entered, then it's going to be password. And dominantly these fields are empty. This shows that they are blank, they are empty fields. And if else, then it's successful, which means else is the opposite of these two, which means if it is the same, if username and password is the same as this, then it will be correct. I think that's the simple explanation for the code. And in case you have any question, you can comment, and we shall see what we can do for you. Thank you.